Hi and welcome to video 3 in our short series on creating a simple website in Dreamweaver CS6. And if you've made it this far, well done. You are successfully building your first ever web pages in a pro web design package, so you're doing great. Right, it's going to get slightly tricky now because we need to start putting some content into our table that we've just set up here. And the first thing we want to do is add in the navigation bar that you've built in Fireworks and exported. And remember, unless you have exported it and it looks something like this in the Navbar folder, this next bit isn't going to work. So you need to make sure that you've not just saved your Navbar, but it's exported and that it looks something like that. So I need to make sure that I'm in the top row of my 3-row table. I want to be in the top row because I'm going to put some other content in these bottom 2 rows here. And I'm going to go to the insert menu and I'm going to insert an image. And we need to choose carefully from this menu. We don't want to insert a conventional image like a photograph or a piece of clip art. We don't want a rollover. We want Fireworks HTML. So this is going to allow us specifically to put in the navbar that we've made and convert it. So if I click Fireworks HTML, you will get the box that appears, and then what you will need to do is to navigate, browse to where you have stored your navbar. So if I click browse, mine is in the Navbar folder. I've been there before, so Dreamweaver's taken me straight there. If I click on Navbar, you need to find the file that is the HTML file, and if you're not sure which one that is, you can see that for mine it previews my files. It will be there. Mine tells me it's a Chrome HTML document. Yours will be an HTML document like that. So if I click Navbar and click open, that's what you should see. That's just the file path that tells Dreamweaver where it's going to pull the image from. And then after I've done that, I'm going to click OK. And don't worry about this message that comes up. It tells you that you need to save your document, and that's quite right, you do. So we're going to save it now. So we click OK, and we're going to call this template. And before we save it, we need to make sure we're in the right folder, in the website folder. So make sure that where you've got save as, you are in the folder that you are using to store your website in. And we're going to call this template because this site that we're making at the moment is essentially, this page is a template that we can use as a model for the other pages in our site. So I'm going to click save when that's done, and then Dreamweaver will work, and there you can see what that's done. That's pulled my navigation bar into Dreamweaver, and that looks just like it looks when I made it. You can see this bit here. If that looks slightly strange, that's because that's what the drop down options look like. As you notice, by the way, as I'm hovering over the buttons, nothing's happening. It doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It's just because we are in design view. Okay, so you're not going to see exactly what your site would look like live if you're working in design view. So we've saved it and imported it, and you're a good way now to finishing the first stage of your website. So well done. And in our next stage, we're going to look at putting some more content into our button, into our table, and adding some text links as well.